Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial on object-oriented programming in Java. In the last tutorial we talked about the instance variables and we saw that how we can create the new instances and how the new instances get a separate copy of instance variables and also how they get initialized. Today's tutorial we are going to talk about another member of a class, and that is the method. And that is what? Method. Again, the method can be a static method and a non-static method. When we are saying that it's a non-static, it's going to be a instance method, and when we are saying the static method, that means this is a class level method. We'll talk about the static one later on. Let's focus on the non-static or the instance methods. And how do we write the instance methods? Let's say I have a my class, okay, and then I have int I, j, and then I have a method is int get area, and then I'm returning I times j. Okay, so you can see like I have one member that is the instance variables, and this one is instance method, and both of them don't have the keyword static in front of them. That means they are instance variable and methods. Now if I'm going to create new instances from it or new instances of objects, I am going to do like this: my class m1 equals new my class, okay, and then I can have my class m2 equals new my class. Okay, so this is my stack m1 and m2, and this is my first object that I have created, my class. It is having this value I and j and a copy of get area. Okay, this is referenced like this, and this one is also referencing to a separate my class object with separate values I, j and get area. Okay, and the whole thing is in the heap in a separate space. That means I have one copy of my class here and one copy of my class here, and they are totally different. So whenever I'm creating that with the new keyword, okay, this I is initialized to 0, this j is initialized to 0, and for this one this I is initialized to 0 and j is initialized to 0. Okay, now let's get into the code. So here I have created a shape class, and in the shape class I have two instance variables L and W, and I have three methods. The first method is it doesn't take any argument. It is returning the area, which is a int data type, and returning as L times W. The second one is another no parameterized method, which is returning the parameter, and the formula for that is 2 times L plus W, and L and W's are the instance variables. And in the third one we are getting we wrote another method, that is the get parameter, and it is taking two parameters, int x and int y type, and then returning the integer type. And remember that this is the example, these two are the examples of method overloading, because they're returning the same data type and same method name, but they have different parameter list, which is the definition of a method overloading. Now if I go to test shape, you can see that I have the main method, and under that main method I have defined one instance of shape that is pointing as s1, and another instance of shape2, that is referencing through the s2. I have initialized s1 this way, and I have initialized the instance variables of s2 this way. Now if I'm going to run it, so I'm running it like this, s1.getArea, and this is how we do s1 in Eclipse. If you press on Control and put the cursor here and click, that will show you what the declaration is. So s1 is a new reference, and I'm accessing to the shape instance method through that reference. It's the same as we did before, accessing the instance variables. Okay, so s1.getArea will give me the, or s1.getArea will allow me to access the getArea method of object shape, which is referenced by s1. And here s2.getArea means I am accessing the getArea method of object shape through the reference s2. Okay, and these s1 and s2 are in different memory locations. Now if I run it, run as Java application, and you can see that s1 is giving me one set of result and s2 is giving me one set of result. Because why? Because s1 and s2 both having the same methods, but they are a separate copy of shape class. Okay, so I hope that we should have a good understanding of instance variables and how we are accessing it. Again, we are accessing through the reference and then calling the method, and when we are seeing no argument, we don't pass any argument. When we see that there are arguments or parameters we need to pass on, we have to pass on. So that's the end of this tutorial, accessing instance methods. Thank you.